Hello everyone, today we're going to be speaking about the 4 processes of motivational interviewing. My name is Dr. Monica Gilbert. I am a licensed psychologist and licensed mental health counselor in the state of Florida and a board certified behavior analyst. The first process is the engagement process, and this is also known as the HI process for a reason. It is a process where we start building that rapport with the client. Now, we all know that without adequate rapport, we really have nothing during our session. So during this phase or during this process, we are going to use the OARS, the OARS, in order to engage and build rapport with our clients. So we may use, for example, open-ended questions to ask something like, tell me some of the concerns that you're having with Timmy's behaviors now when we're working with parents. So that is what we would be using, or how we would be using the OARS during this phase. We would be also using reflections in order to reflect what the parent is saying, reflect what they're not saying, perhaps their nonverbals. Again, in order for them to feel heard, to feel listened, and to really adequately build that rapport with them. The second phase is the focusing phase, and this is known as the what phase. So in this phase, you're going to meet together with the client and focus on that common goal. What are we working on together? What are we working towards? During this phase, you would also use the OARS in order to focus on what you would be working on together. For example, you would be using open-ended questions, and a way that you can use open-ended questions during this phase is that you would ask, what are some behaviors that you would like to focus on moving forward? Our next stage is the evoking stage, and this is more like the why stage. So you want the solutions to come from the client. You want them to problem solve. Remember, clients are more likely to run with a solution if they come up with it themselves and if they hear themselves say it out loud. So this is where you want to evoke those solutions from your clients, and they may need some help, which is why you're there. So in this stage, you would be also using the OARS in order to evoke this. So how might you go about it? If you were to start intervening in this behavior, what are some things that you would do differently? That's one of the classical questions that you can ask during this phase. And the last phase, and this is sort of like the phase that puts everything together, is that planning phase. And this is the how. So we've already built rapport. We already evoked the solutions from the client. We're focused. We know what we're working towards, and hopefully it's the same thing and the same goal. And now we actually need a plan. So this is when you would sit with your client and you would come up with the plan together. It's super important that during this phase, you remember to take the spirit of motivational interviewing with you. And if you want to learn more about it, check out my other videos on the spirit of motivational interviewing. You want to make sure that you are building a partnership with your client, that during this planning phase, you're doing it together, and that you're respecting their autonomy, and that you're also compassionate out as to what some of their challenges may be. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my talk about the 4 processes of motivational interviewing, and that now it makes a little bit more sense to you during your sessions.